Good morning. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. Today is December 23rd, 2017, and there's a very interesting article in the Jerusalem Post. New Western Wall tunnels synagogue opens. Jerusalem's lost theater and 8 ancient stone courses discovered under Western Wall. At Western Wall, Holocaust survivors finally celebrate their B'nai Mitzvah. The synagogue is deep inside the complex and is adjacent to the area above which the ancient Jewish temples on the Temple Mount stood, and the inner sanctum of the Holy of Holies in particular. Very interesting, very interesting. The Western Wall Synagogue that opened on December 19th. Just this week of Hanukkah. A remarkable new synagogue within the Western Wall Tunnels complex that took 12 years to build was dedicated and opened on Monday night, following the traditional Hanukkah candle lighting ceremony in the Western Wall Plaza. The synagogue, which was funded by donations from the Delic Foundation and Delic Group owner Yitzhak Tshuva, is deep inside the complex, adjacent to the area above which the ancient Jewish temple stood on the Temple Mount and the inner sanctum of the Holy of Holies in particular. The subterranean synagogue has a dramatic feel to it, with low arched ceilings and walls of ancient stones on all sides, and a unique spherical metal ark to house Torah scrolls. The ark's walls are formed with the words of Shema Yisrael, prayer, and the biblical book of Song of Songs cast in metal, and running the entire circumference of the sphere, topped by a cast metal sculpture of the burning bush. The Song of Songs, the book of the wedding. The Western Wall Heritage Foundation said the synagogue will be open to anyone who desires to study and connect to it, and that prayer arrangements will be shortly published. So we have the synagogue. It's connected to the Western Wall. It is connected to the location on the Temple Mount, where adjacent to the Holy of Holies of the original temple. Daniel 9:24 and 25. 70 weeks are determined for your people in your holy city to finish the transgression, to make an end of sins, to make reconciliation for iniquity, to bring in everlasting righteousness, to seal up vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the command to restore and build Jerusalem until Messiah the Prince, there shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall, even in troublesome times. Very interesting that right at the end of the 70 weeks, just as we have fulfilled 70 weeks connected to the wall, there's a new synagogue that is connected and adjacent to the original Temple Mount and the Holy of Holies. And this dedication came after 12 years of work, and it was dedicated on the Feast of Dedication, December 19th, the week of Hanukkah. And within the building, in metal, is cast the book of Song of Songs. I think that the Feast of Dedication is the feast of those who are dedicated, the feast for the wise virgins. Look at all the signs that God has given, that his coming is near. The UN vote, the midnight cry at the United Nations at the winter solstice, 7th day of Hanukkah. And here we have this new synagogue dedicated also on Hanukkah. Pray you guys are blessed today in Jesus' name. Amen.